Hello, welcome to Yin and Restorative Yoga with some gentle movement. So today we had a request to open up the lower back and backs of the legs, especially the hamstrings, and address any pinched sciatic nerve tension. So let's focus on the lower body today quite a bit and start in a comfortable seat. Sit in a way that you can feel grounded, pressing down through the left and right sitting bones. Invite your spine to lift tall. Let the shoulders roll back and down. And maybe close the eyes as you let your body be still. So if you think about the area of the lower back, that's the area of your sacral energy center, Svadhisthana chakra. So that is the area that is related to the energy of being able to flow with change, which was our theme yesterday of parigraha, non-attachment, non-clinging, able to move with the river of life and spontaneity. It also has to do with creativity and reproduction, because the area of the reproductive organs are situated in the low back and then below as well. So it also has to do with our sexuality and sensuality, our ability to feel pleasure, our ability to play and be embodied presence, and our ability to connect with our emotions. That's a huge part of a healthy energy flow through your sacral energy center. Being able to observe our emotions, as we were talking about after class yesterday, and not suppress them, but notice them, feel them, and use them as teachers or guides into your inner world, things that you may need to be addressing. And then we have below the sacral energy center, Muladhara chakra at the base of the spine region, which is, and it also involves what's below that, right? Your legs and feet. It's your root energy center, your ability to feel grounded, literally, physically connected to the earth, connected to your home space, connected to your community. It's your bodily existence, your ability to feel safe, safe in your body, safe in daily life. And ability to feel nourished and supported. Basic needs like shelter, food, including trust. So take a moment and see which you are connecting more with today and addressing your root energy needs of safety, stability, or your sacral energy center needs of emotional intelligence and connection, ability to adapt and flow. And maybe it's a bit of both. They're not separate from each other in affecting us. And then now take a mindful scan of your physical body. You might start at the very bottom of your feet and climb your awareness slowly up the body to observe whatever whatever sensations you're experiencing right now. And bring your awareness to the breath, just as it is, let it be. And feel into the qualities of the breath. Through it, sense your energy body, how you're feeling energetically. Now observe your mind. Feel into the energy of your thoughts. Are they feeling heavy, busy, light, spacious, calm? And in the energy of your thoughts, observe your emotional state of being. Now, having assessed what is present for you, what is one thing that you can appreciate right now? Perhaps it's giving yourself the time to connect your inner and outer being, to show up for yourself in your practice today. Let's bring the hands together at the heart. Now clarifying a personal intention for your practice. What quality are you strengthening? What are you inviting into your experience? And now think of somebody that you care about, or a group of beings, or a cause, and consider offering today's practice to them. Let in a deep inhalation. Feel your belly expand. Open the mouth, releasing any sound. And now together, let's join our voices, chanting the sound of Om 3 times. Inhale again. Start to breathe in and out through the nose with the lips closed. I'll count to 5 as we inhale slowly, and to 5 as we exhale slowly, balancing the breath with intention. Empty this breath. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 5, counting on your own. Continue to balance your breath in and out. And let's start to create a gentle whispering sound if you're not already, by softly narrowing or constricting the back of your throat, beginning the practice called Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breathing technique. It's a means to create a feeling of balance and stability in your nervous system, in your mind and your body, creating a sense of safety, right? Evoking that quality of a balanced root energy center, Muladhara chakra. And as you continue this a few times while sitting here still, bring your mind's eye to the base of your spine where Muladhara chakra region is, and there visualize the color red. Red like blood, very rich. And imagine from there emanating below the earth or digging down are your own roots. Roots descending below the surface of the earth, connecting all the way down through the layers of the earth to the core center of the earth. Remembering your connection to Earth Mother, Mother Earth. Remembering that you're made of the same stuff. You are nature too. So continue to practice Ujjayi Pranayama. And if you are sitting cross-legged, I invite you to switch the cross of your legs, so the other one forward or on top. Press down onto the tops of your thighs. So pressing the pelvis down, lift up through the spine, especially the lower spine. Imagine you're trying to create a little more space in the lower back. And then start to circle the spine, leaning to one side as you breathe in, leaning forward, leaning to the other side as you breathe out, leaning back. Feel how your weight shifts throughout the base of your pelvic floor, through the 4 points, the right sitting bone, the pubic bone at the front, the left sitting bone, the tailbone at the back. And when you're ready, switch direction and continue to shift your weight throughout those 4 points at the bottom of your pelvis. One more time, switch directions. And then notice if other areas of your body want to move a little more organically, like the head may want to sway, the shoulders might want to move, the rib cage. So now bringing the quality of flow and play and spontaneity, as well as really feeling into the sensations in your body. Qualities of a balanced sacral energy center or Svadhisthana chakra. Keep your ujjayi breathing going, and let's relax the center. Come on down onto your back. We won't be there too long, but let's do some warm up on our backs. So as you line your back, bend your knees into your chest, take hold of your bent knees, and now let's begin to rotate the thighs apart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, circle the thighs together. So like you're drawing circles in the air with your knees in separate directions. Rotate your thigh bone heads in your hip sockets. And then play with just going in different directions. Switch it up. Get a little more creative if that's available here. A few more deep breaths, dancing it out. Inviting the element of water or flow, which is the earth element connected to your sacral energy center. And if you haven't guessed, the root energy center element is earth, solid earth. Now hug your right bent knee towards your chest and slide your left leg to the floor. Start to circle your right foot in one direction for a few breaths. Ground the backs of your shoulders and lengthen your neck. And then switch direction, circling the right foot. Notice the sound of your breathing. Bring your right thigh as much as comfortable further out to the right. Press your left hand onto the top of your left thigh. For a few breaths, as you exhale, see if you can hug the right thigh even closer to the outside of your right ribs. Without too much force. Now set your right leg on the floor and bend your left knee into your chest. Start by circling your left foot at the ankle. Got lots of energy channels there too. Again, for many of us humans, our feet are what are always connected to the earth, walking, standing, sitting even. And that is a part of our root energy center, an extension of it. Switch direction. Start to bring the left thigh further to the left if that's available without strain. Pressing the right hand on the top of your right thigh to ground the back of your right hip. For a few breaths, as you exhale, see if you can gently hug the left thigh even closer to the outer left ribs. Now let's bend both knees and set both feet on the ground about a little wider than hips width apart. Have the arms out to the sides as you relax the shoulders. And now let's swing the knees side to side to the breath, keeping your feet where they are. Inhale, drop the knees both to the right. Exhale them both to the left. Inhale to the right. Exhale to the left. Keep going at your own pace, about 5 more deep breaths. Nice and slow, no rush. So as we gently massage into the glutes, and give some movement that will affect loosening the lower back. We're warming up our inner and outer thighs, abductors, adductors. When you've finished, even amount on both sides, draw your bent knees towards your chest. Separate your knees about hips width apart and hug your knees or shins. Maybe you clasp hold of opposite forearms. Press your shoulders and your tailbone into the floor and lengthen the back of your neck. A few breaths here. As you exhale, hug the thighs even closer. Stretch the spine even longer onto the floor. Long breath in. Hear the whisper, long breath out. One more breath. Now either rock side to side or forward and back, or a little bit of both as you massage more of your back against the floor and make your way up to tabletop, hands and knees. Stacking your shoulders above your wrists, spread your fingers wide and flat. Step your knees a couple inches behind your hips. To the breath, let's move the spine in cat-cow a few times. Inhale, glide your chest forward. Roll your shoulders down, look up, lift your heart. Cow pose. Exhale, scoop the belly in, tuck your tailbone, drop your head, round into cat pose. About 5 more slow cycles of breath. Vidalasana, cat-cow pose. Feel how your pelvis tilts forward and back. And when you're lifting the chest into cow pose, be mindful not to compress the lower back. Instead, think of stretching the lower spine out of the pelvis to draw the heart forward and then lift the chest up. You're actually elongating the spine. Expand the chest forward. At the end of your next exhale, tucking your toes, lift your hips high and back into downward facing dog. Spend the first few breaths here, moving your body any way it's asking you to. Be playful with it, experiment. Listen to your body breathe. Invite the quality of water, of flow and fluidity into your body and into your breath. While at the same time, spread your fingers like roots, ground into the earth. Feel your rootedness. As you press down with your palms, bend your knees and lift your hips as high as you can, far back. Stretch your back and hug in the belly and front ribs. Dropping your head, soften your neck and roll your triceps downward, spreading the shoulder blades apart. Lift the shoulders and firm the front tops of your thigh bones further back as you sink your heels deeper and deeper towards the ground. They don't have to touch the ground, and your knees could stay bent. Now set your eyes in one spot for another 3 deep breaths. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Keep lengthening through both ends of your spine as we're holding still. Inhale, sweep your right leg behind you. And exhale, softly step the foot forward beside your right thumb. Lower your back knee into a kneeling lunge. Place your hands on blocks or the ground, framing your right heel. And we're gonna come into a flow to further warm up our hamstrings and groins. Tuck your left toes, breathe in, and drop the shoulders back, sink your hips. Breathe out, keep your feet here, and lift the back knee as you scissor your right outer hip back. To whatever degree you can straighten both legs and bow without strain. Inhale, kneeling lunge again. Exhale, straighten the legs to your degree and fold into pyramid pose. 3 more rounds. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Set your back knee down. Press, untuck the left toes. Make sure your right knee is directly on top of the right heel and your legs are hips width apart. Use your right hand and press the top of your right thigh bone down. Keep your right leg still and begin to turn your chest to the right into a spinal twist here. Peel the shoulders back, slide the shoulder blades both down the back, lengthening the sides of your neck. Stretch the spine down the midline of your mat and open your chest towards the sky. One more breath. Place both hands on your blocks and adjust the blocks. You might want them slightly higher for half split. So lift the ball of your right foot, press the big toe mound forward as you flex the right foot, engaging the front muscle of your right thigh, your quadricep. Plug your right thigh bone back into the hip socket while extending your chest forward. Roll the shoulders back and down and keep your throat open. Hug your front ribs in as you gently bow towards your inner right shin. Just passing through for about 5 breaths here. Inhale, keep stretching your spine forward. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Ardha Hanumanasana. One more deep breath. Let's drag the right foot back, set the blocks aside, and return to downward facing dog. This time holding still for about 3 breaths. Right away, land your gaze, your drishti on one spot, and listen to your breathing. Invite a grounding energy to being still. Inhale, raise your left leg behind you. Exhale, softly step the foot forward beside your left thumb and lower your back knee. Place your hands on blocks or the ground to frame your left heel. And keep your right toes tucked. Make sure your legs are hips width apart and your left knee is right on top of your left heel. Take a deep breath in, sinking your pelvis and dropping your shoulders back. Exhale, lift your right knee, scissor your left outer hip back to straighten the leg to your degree and bow inside of the shin. Inhale, back to your kneeling lunge. Exhale, straighten and fold to pyramid pose. 3 more rounds. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Flowing like water. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Exhale, pyramid pose. Inhale, lunge. And exhale, pyramid. Return to your kneeling lunge and untuck your back toes. Cup the top of your left thigh with your left hand, keeping the left leg still. Begin to turn your chest to the left, drawing both shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, stretch your spine forward to trace the midline of your mat. Exhale, spin your chest towards the sky. Couple more breaths. Replace your hands on your blocks. You might adjust them a little higher and closer to you as we come into half split. Lift the ball of your left foot, flex it, and press the big toe mound forward. Engaging your left quadricep to support your hamstring. Plug your left thigh bone back as you extend your chest forward. Hug the front ribs in, deep breath. Exhale, hinge forward just a little bit. Inhale, lengthen the spine some more. Exhale, keep folding. A few more breaths in Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. Start to lift your chest. And once more, let's come back to downward facing dog. Lifting your hips high and back. Let your body be still, though invite energy to keep moving. Rolling the triceps down, opening across the shoulder blades, softening the back of the neck and jaw. 2 more breaths. Firming back through the tops of your thigh bones, sinking down through the heels. Walk up to the top of your mat into your standing forward fold. A little bit more movement in Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun salutations. So plant your hands either on the floor or on blocks in front of your feet, and press into that as you inhale to stretch your spine forward, hugging the belly in and drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, bow forward. Keep shifting your weight towards the front of your heels. Press through your feet. Inhale, circle your arms apart and rise all the way up to stand. Take hold of your left wrist and plug your left foot down as you exhale to side bend to your right. Inhale, rise up to center and hold your right wrist. Plug your right foot down and exhale to side bend to your left. Inhale, rise up to center. Open the arms. Exhale, forward folds. Press into your blocks or the ground. Inhale, stretch your spine forward. Hug the front ribs in. Exhale, bow towards your legs. Root down to your feet. Inhale, circle your arms apart. Same thing again. Take hold of your right wrist. Press the right foot down and exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, rise up. Take hold of the left wrist. Press the left foot down. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale up to center. Open the arms wide. Exhale, forward fold. Press down with your hands. Inhale, lift the spine forward into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold Uttanasana. Inhale, circle your arms up high. This is the last time. Take hold of the left wrist. Press the left foot down and exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Take the right wrist. Press the right foot down. Exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Open the arms wide. Exhale, forward fold. Press down with your hands. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, Uttanasana. Bend your knees and let's come down to sit. Preparing for Ardha Gomukhasana. This particular posture can be helpful in releasing space in the lower back, and if you're having any tension from pinched sciatic nerve, this can help to relieve that. So extending your left leg forward, take this strap and step into it with the ball of your left foot. Turn out your right thigh and cross it over your left thigh as much as you can, like you're trying to hug your midline. Hold the strap with 2 hands and kick into it with your left foot. Press the big toe mound forward as you flex the foot. Root down to your left and right sitting bones. If it helps to sit up taller, you can sit up on a folded blanket. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, up the spine, lengthen. Exhale, just a little bit, hinge forward from the hips. Inhale, root through the pelvis, lengthen the spine again. Exhale, fold another little bit. Keep going. Seven more breaths. We'll be here for about another minute. Relax the shoulders. Find a slight lift in your chest, keeping your throat open as you press your hips down. Notice what sensations are here. Breathe into them in acknowledgement. Press down to your pelvis. Inhale, slowly lift from your chest. Remove the strap. And let's place the ball of your right foot into the strap. Turn out your left thigh. Hug it over the right thigh as much as you can. And root your 2 sitting bones. Hold the strap with both hands and kick into the strap. Press the mound of your right big toe forward and roll your shoulders back and down. Press down to your hips, lift up to your spine, breathing in. Exhale, extend your heart forward just a little bit each breath, holding. For about another minute. Feel the depth of your inhalation. And release the breath just as slowly. Now, where in your body do you feel joyful right now? Land your awareness in that part. And be in that feeling for a few more breaths. Contacting your sacral energy centers, quality of pleasure, ability to feel pleasure. Press down to your hips and lead with your chest. Inhale to slowly rise. Let's put the strap aside and come into bound angle pose, splaying both thighs apart in abduction. Bring the soles of your feet together. And for this variation, slide your heels away from your pelvis as far as you can keep the feet together and be comfortable, of course. And then take whatever props you're going to place right here between your legs, maybe on top of your inner feet and ankles. Like I like to stack a block, maybe 2, we'll see what the range is. You might put a pillow there, some blankets. We're going to be here for about 3 minutes. So make sure that you are comfortably supporting yourself. You don't want to be trying to hold yourself up. You want to be held in that position. Really cultivate that feeling of being held, being supported, like a strong Muladhara chakra energy. So root through your hips, lengthen the spine, and then as you're folding forward, relax into it so your shoulders come around a little bit, just as long as you're not cutting off the breath or adding a lot of tension to the neck and shoulders, and adjust the props as you may need. I'm watching the clock now for 3 minutes. Relax your arms, soften the palms. Try to relax the soles of your feet. Relax your pelvic floor. Relax your tongue. Relax your ears, your inner and outer ears. And relax all the corners of your eyes, both inside and outside. Softening into stillness. Embodying the feeling of trust, safety, and stability. Stay still and listen to one entire cycle of breath, so that without rushing after it, you begin to press your hands into the ground and slowly roll your spine upright. Let's prepare for single pigeon pose. If you prefer, you can lie on your back and thread the needle. That's where you create a figure 4 with a right ankle on top, lying down. If you're coming into single pigeon, start on your hands and knees. You may like to have a pillow near the front of the mat to hug when you fold forward, maybe a blanket near your pelvis. You might be sitting on a blanket with one glute in a moment. Turn out your right thigh at the hip and slide your right shin across your mat in front of your pelvis. Straighten your left leg behind you and first tuck the toes. Place your hands alongside your hips and lift your hips. Scissor your right hip back and bring the left hip forward. When you feel that both hips are evenly facing forward, if your right glute is spaced away from the floor, fill that gap with a prop, like a folded blanket. Relax the left toes. Place your hands in front of you. If your right shin is comfortably parallel to the front edge of your mat, flex your right foot the entire pose to stabilize the right knee. Lift up your chest, take a deep breath, and then now start to bow forward. So place as many props as you may need, again, to feel supported in this posture. We are not trying to hold your torso, your head, or anything up. You're leaning into the earth. You're letting Mother Earth hold you. I'm going to be here for 3 minutes before we switch sides. Those of you that want to add thread the needle, which is a spinal twist, if it's available, you could crawl your right hand towards the upper right corner of your mat, flare the right elbow up, and thread your left arm underneath your right bent elbow, resting the left side of your head on the ground or on a prop. Do a little check-in with different parts of your body here. Maybe close the eyes. Feel the energy of your legs and feet. Invite them to relax. Feel the energy of your pelvis, your torso, your hands, your arms and shoulders, your neck, your skull. Invite all those parts to relax. Full breath in, releasing to empty. Finish a full cycle of breath before you begin to press your hands into the ground, and very slowly lift your head and step back to hands and knees. If you were in single pigeon, if you're on your back, stay on your back and prepare to take the same posture on side 2. Sliding your left shin across your mat in front of your pelvis. Straighten your right leg as you sit down and tuck the right toes for a moment. Frame your hips with your hands and lift the hips, scissor the left hip back. right hip forward. Maybe place a prop under the left glute. Relax your right toes and see if your left shin parallels the front edge of your mat comfortably. Then make sure you're flexing your left foot to stabilize your left knee. Stretch your chest up, breathe in, and take your time starting to bow forward, adjusting your props so they can catch you and that you can relax into the posture. If you spiraled into thread the needle on the first side, second side goes like this. Left hand, walk it over to the upper left corner of your mat. Flare your left elbow up. Thread your right arm through underneath the left elbow. Lower the right side of your head on the ground or on a prop. 3 minutes has begun. Feel into your body breathing. And again, scan your body. You may already know the parts that tend to tense up throughout the day or when you're focusing or being still. Go there first and let them know it's okay to rest. Go down to just a few last breaths in this pose. Finish one more cycle, then begin to rise up. And let's meet sitting down in stick pose, extending both legs in front of you. You may like to prop your pelvis up on a folded blanket to help you sit tall, up to you. Grab a block, maybe 2 blocks, and place that between your calves so that you can land your forehead on the block. You can make the blocks as high as you want or as low as you want. Flex your feet and press your big toe mounds, your insteps forward, which will cause your thigh bones to internally rotate, which will cause your sacrum to broaden. And at the same time, press down to your sitting bones and lift up your back ribs. Hug the bottom front ribs in and imagine a string pulling up to your crown, threading through each vertebra. Sit up a little taller and roll your shoulders back and down. Stay here for 3 breaths, getting taller and taller as you press down and continue to press your insteps forward. On your next exhale, hinge forward from your hips just a little bit. Press the pelvis down as you inhale and stretch forward through the crown. Walk the hands forward and hold another little bit. Keep going until your forehead meets your block, or you adjust the block to meet your forehead. Now let's stay here for another 3 minutes. It's okay to slightly round the back, but make sure again that it's not causing strain in the breath, in the neck, in the shoulders, especially in the lower back. So if you are working with lower back strain or sensitivity right now, firm your outer hips towards your midline. Press the pelvis down firmly, stay rooted through the hips, and continue to stretch your lower spine out of the pelvis and forward with each in-breath, firming in the belly, hugging in the front ribs. All those actions to stabilize and support your lower back. As we're stretching into the back body, including the hamstrings and the lower back. Feel into your jaw and the space between your eyebrows. Melt the muscles in the face. Let them soften and release. Keep pressing the insteps of your feet forward. Keep pressing your sitting bones downward. And keep stretching your spine forward, even as you're holding still. Let the shoulder blades melt down your back ribs. We're down to the last few breaths. Walking your hands towards you on the ground. Inhale, slowly rise up. And let's come down to our backs. Before you lie down on your back, actually, take your blanket, roll it up into a cylinder pillow, firm, smooth pillow, and then set it off to the side where you can reach for it while you're lying down. Now let's come down to our backs. Splay your bent knees to the outsides of your ribs. Catch your outer ankles or feet into happy baby pose. Turn the soles of your feet to face the sky, but ground your shoulders and ground your tailbone. Stay here, or more for the hamstrings and groins. Clasp your big toes or land your arms on top of your inner thighs as you straddle the legs wide apart towards straight. Keep grounding your tailbone and shoulders. Let's take another 5 slow breaths, whether you're in happy baby or you're in a supine version of Upavishta Konasana. Bring your hands to your outer thighs and bending your knees, cross your right thigh over the left thigh, wrapping the legs like eagle pose. Slide your pelvis 3 to 5 inches towards the right edge of your mat and open your right arm out to the right. let's prepare for a supine twist. Keep your right shoulder grounded. You might look past it. Lift your feet and twist to your left. Just the amount that your right shoulder can stay on the ground. You can also catch your legs on the left side with a pillow if you like. If you're looking to release the lower back more deeply, place your left hand on your outer right hip. And as you exhale, gently press your right outer hip towards the front edge of your mat, away from your torso. Finish the end of this next exhalation. Before you unwind, come back to center and switch the cross of your legs. Slide your pelvis closer to the left edge of your mat. Slide your left arm out to the left. Ground your left shoulder, maybe look past it. Then lift your feet and twist to your right side. Again, you can catch your legs on the right side with a pillow. Making sure your left shoulder stays on the ground. And if you're looking for a deeper release in the lower back, place your right hand on your left outer hip. And as you breathe out, press away your left outer hip towards the front edge of your mat. One more deep breath. Rolling back to center, uncross your legs. Now let's take that rolled up blanket and place it underneath the backs of your knees. Cross your mat as you stretch the legs forward onto the floor and roll your legs inward and outward a few times. Shake out the legs, shake out the feet, and let the feet slide apart so they're wider than your hips distance. Then completely just flop the feet to relax. Use your thumbs and trace alongside your spine from mid-back down to your tailbone, encouraging length. Roll your shoulders back and down, turning the palms face up, and walk your shoulder blades down your back ribs, lengthening your neck. Rest your hands and let your skull be heavy. Now close your eyes and imagine the breath entering the soles of your feet from the earth, expanding into your entire body, bringing with it fresh, rejuvenating life force energy, prana, to every cell in your body. Feel yourself receive that gift, that support, that nourishment from Mother Earth. And as you exhale, sending gratitude out through your pores, back to the earth, back to the beings share the earth with, back into the space and ether, back into the universe. Again, inhale through the soles of your feet, imagining red for root energy center, or orange for sacral energy center, filling up your body. Or you can mix the two colors. Then exhaling, thank you out of your pores. Thank you. Thank you. One more time on your own. you finish that breath, let the breath just flow. Trust its natural rhythm. Shavasana. letting your body remain still with eyes closed. Sense your overall physical state of being. Tune into your body and ask it how it's ready to move, and let it respond, easing out of stillness. Gradually, you might turn over onto your right side and rest your head on your arm, pausing there. Allow a few breaths. Feel into the breath. And now notice your energetic state of being. Taking your time, press your hands into the earth, rise up slowly, and find a comfortable seat for our meditation of 5 minutes. Support your pelvis any way you may need so that you can feel what's below it evenly through left and right sides, and lift your spine tall without rigidity. Set your hands in a position or mudra that offers steadiness of mind. You might place a hand below the lower belly near the pubic bone and a hand just under the belly button. So bring your attention to Muladhara, root chakra, towards the base of the spine and pelvic floor. And your attention to Svadhisthana chakra, sacral energy center, lower back, lower belly region. Remembering that these are not only physical, but they're energetic, psychological energy centers. So all that we think, do, say, put our energy and attention on affects the state of energy that's moving through these energy centers. So let's bring some loving attention to them in our practice of meditation. At the base of your spine, see again the color red. Red like blood, vibrant, like that which courses through your veins and the veins of your ancestors. Feel your rootedness and how you're constantly nourished by the earth herself, through the air that you breathe, through the sun that energizes your body and mind and spirit, through the ground that you walk, sit, and lie down on. Invite you to cultivate a feeling of gratitude for all the ways that you are nurtured and supported, all the ways that your basic human needs are being met. Pinpoint the feeling of stability in your life, the feeling of balance. In what areas of your life do you feel stability and balance right now? Expand upon that feeling as we chant the seed sound or bija mantra of your root energy center. Lam, 3 times. Inhale deeply. Lam. 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 Bring that vibration up to your sacral energy center, Svadhisthana chakra. Now imagining the color orange, a vibrant, joyful orange, is sweet like the fruit itself. And sense the ways that joy exists in your life right now. Invite the attitude of play as you recollect. As you gather the feeling of pleasure, of sensuality, breathe it in, breathe it out. And let's chant the seed sound, Vam. 3 rounds. Inhale deeply. Vam. 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 Inhale, sweep your arms overhead, join the palms at the top. Blessing at your crown center, top of the head, third eye center, middle of the eyebrows, your throat center at your neck, your heart center at your chest, your solar plexus at your upper belly, your sacral below the belly button, and your root at the base of your spine. Bring back your intention that you set for this practice. And picture to whom or what you chose to dedicate this practice to, now receiving the benefit of it. And together, let's close chanting 1 Om. Inhale deeply. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.